and I know you hate me, but I love you.
I mean, I'd say we look handsome.
I'd say you look handsome, and I look thick.
With
With all the C's
Yuck.
and 2 K's, because I'm not quite racist.
What?
What? 3
Oh,
Ks?
oh, you said with 3 Ks?
No, with 2, because I'm not
Oh.
quite racist.
Normally thick is with C's, buddy.
No, I have all the C's
Oh, and K's.
and 2 K's.
Just 2 though.
Yeah, 'cause I
feel
can't do
You
3.
need 2 or 4, one of the 2, or 1.
Well, 4 is almost like a little more than regular racist.
So you're like the 3 Ks plus another K.
Yeah.
It's like a little.
It's like KKK.
I'm here
and I'm K.
and I'm.
Like
K.
I'm good.
Okay. You're good with being
Yeah.
KKK.
And then if you do double K after, so 5 Ks, that's like GG. Like I'm double okay. Like it's not that I'm okay.
Like
it's
good
that
game.
it's that I'm fine.
Like I'm KKK. Good game.
Yeah. Like if you do.
Okay.
Well, you know when you send KK back in the day, it's like I'm more than okay.
I never
like,
did that. I hated that. Like when people would do the jaw jaw jaw. Oh, stop.
What?
No. Instead of ha ha, they would do jaw jaw
Did that?
jaw.
I gotta fix my.
What are you doing?
I can't figure it out. My hair just feels wrong. I need a haircut.
What hair?
I have some in the front and I have some in the back. Just have any on top. Just leave me alone.
What are you doing right now?
I don't know. It
You're like,
feels wrong. It feels wrong. It's not right.
It's not right. You're right. It's too long. It's at a length where it's too long. And
How
it's
about
too
there?
Short. Not that. That's bad. There you go.
Do you have the audio recording?
It is.
I feel
It
like
is.
it's some quality content
That
right
was
here.
bad though. The
Yeah.
whole because you had the like hair matted down with the hat over it, so it was hanging down below it and
Yeah.
like kind of
Yeah, but
wasn't-
it
I hate when people do
Didn't
that.
look
It's not
good,
the
but then I
look.
flipped it up a little bit and it was like coming out the front.
It wasn't the look. This is the best look
This
you
is-
had going.
Yeah, because it hides the fact that I'm bald and fat.
Correct.
Well, not
Well,
fat.
that doesn't hide that. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing out there? Hope somebody's listening in this quarantine though.
It's wine
It
night.
is a wine night. What do you have currently in your cup?
Nothing, but I've already
Oh.
drank all 3. So we'll restart the
You're-
order.
Are you on glass 5?
No,
4.
no,
4.
this is gonna be
4.
4. Yeah, no, we got
Okay.
it 30 minutes ago, so I drank 1 of each in the past 30
In
minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah,
Solid.
1 per 10. I mean, did you ever go to college? Did you not learn these ratios? This is how you drink responsibly.
A drink every 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want that one. Is this one I haven't had yet?
No, that's the one you're gonna like. That's
The middle one. That's the one I had. Which one's the last one you tried? The lowest
I just
level?
moved the orders. This is
Oh, you fucked me up.
this is the fruitiest one,
Oh, okay. I haven't had that one yet.
supposedly.
Fruity.
According to that one
Fruity for
infographic
fruity.
that yeah, you are a little gay, but that's okay.
Is it the shirt or is it just me?
Well, I mean,
Is it me or is it the shirt, Levi? Tell the truth, okay?
It's you because in the past hour you've slapped my ass so hard that you've left handprints on it
Twice.
twice, and I'm pretty sure I like felt a finger like curled up, like you were trying to
That's
hook
not
it.
true. I had
like
a
you were
cramp.
trying to hook it,
I had a cramp. Okay, I'm dehydrated.
and wine's gonna help that. We're gonna finish 3 bottles of wine tonight.
No. No, we are not. You got to run 8 miles tomorrow. You're still going to be drunk, be like, oh, I got to go run 8 miles. I'm a little tipsy.
Well, we're gonna watch church first, and yeah,
Church will sober you up or make you feel guilty. One of the two.
I already feel guilty, so that's fine. That's a everlasting state that no one can get rid of.
Yeah. So what made you choose this brand?
Because I've had it before and I enjoyed it before.
Oh, okay.
And I had one with a red label before. So now I have the blue, the white, and whatever color that is.
The darker blue.
This is darker blue than that.
No, this is darker blue.
Yeah, if you'd pay attention to the camera,
Uh-huh.
I went the blue, the white, and then whatever color that is, and I pointed. to the middle.
Oh, the middle. This is a nice little light blue,
You call it
sky
light blue.
blue, maybe.
So Quentin blue,
This is like your curtains. This is like a
sun blocking blue,
royal blue. You
sun
could say.
blocking blue.
Some are those the zero light or whatever?
No, there's definitely a lot of light in this room, and it
Oh.
pisses me off when I can sleep in on the weekends, and then I don't.
You wake up at 4.
Well, yeah, that happens a lot of days of the week. It's really depressing.
So, what's our topic this week? Do you
Well,
know?
I think we were gonna do never have you ever. No, no,
No, no,
would you
no.
rather?
What?
Yeah, we were
Are
gonna
we
do it.
starting with that? Okay.
Well, no, we don't have to start with that,
No,
but
it's fine. Let's jump into it, and then we can get into our topic.
because we have a full topic too.
We do. Yeah,
Yeah.
one solid topic for the whole episode.
Okay. Well, do you want to play Would You Rather then? Or?
Sure, go for it. Shoot your shot,
Okay.
Levi.
Would you rather?
Oh God. Okay.
I literally said
Why
the
is
name
wine
of the
making
game
me burp so much?
because we're chugging it like heathens. We're treating it like high C.
It's just the juice. It's
Yeah.
the juice.
I don't know what happened to the whiskey theme, but it's kind of gone tonight.
Yeah, it's gone tonight. Guess. Well, we don't have anything. I guess we have a couple.
We have a lot of whiskey left.
We have a couple.
Would you rather drink wine or whiskey?
If it's the stuff, if it's the wine cask blend, the Johnny Walker, I'd rather drink it because it's just as smooth as this. But you definitely get tipsier off the whiskey. I'd say if I'm trying to chill, I'd drink some wine. But if I'm trying to get a little wild up in the, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. A little wild. And
I think
funky.
it's in the hizzy is
In
what
the
you call
wild in the hizzy.
Hi-
And I
oh,
drink a little
it. Okay,
whiskey.
hizzy.
Hizzy.
Okay. Interesting.
Would you rather?
Yeah, I started real tame so we can ramp up as we
Oh,
go
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's gonna
no,
get to
I'm
butt
not-
stuff eventually.
Okay, yeah, we'll get there.
I mean, yeah.
We'll get there. Would you rather lick and it this like what's going on right now? Would you rather lick a shopping cart handle
Okay.
or a homeless dude's finger?
Definitely shopping cart.
Say he's passed out, so it's not awkward.
No, it's still awkward. There's
Oh,
a human
okay.
element to that. If you keep it in the
Okay.
inanimate objects,
Yeah.
yeah.
What if there's like a wall just with his finger a hole and his finger sticking through?
That makes it worse. Like that's like a fetish element to it as well.
It is. That's why I was going there. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know if you had a fetish for doing that.
Well, I don't know if I have a fetish for doing that either. I've never tried it, but I don't think I will.
So it's a good possibility.
I mean, yeah, I feel
What
like
are
there's
the
a good-
odds on that? What's the over under?
I don't know. Probably like, wait, for me or for you? Because
For
you definitely have it.
You think I'd pick the homeless person?
No, licking things that are poking through a wall.
Oh. I mean, it depends. Yeah, maybe.
No, we're definitely going with a shopping cart handle.
So, your turn. Moving on.
You don't want to dwell on that?
Nope.
All right, Quentin.
We'll
Back
we'll
to
do
you.
one more for each of us, and then we'll get into it.
Oh, well, shoot. I had like...
Well, we can add in
No,
a few
no,
at the
no,
end.
no, it's fine. Would you rather... Ah, yeah.
Oh, God. You just decided if you wanted to keep it tame or not tame, and you went with untame.
I did.
I know.
Would you rather poop every time you have sex? Or
Okay.
rocket ejaculate every time you poop, so it just shoots across the room?
Why can't I just tuck it when I poop?
Nope, not allowed.
Not allowed. I'd rather
Like where you're
ejaculate
making a
while
mess.
I poop.
Okay.
Like that you can hide. Just damn it, I gotta clean this shit up again. Damn it. Got over the curtain again.
I feel like I could have made that one a little bit harder.
I would just hang something in front of me. Just have a sheet I just hang in front of me every time. Just wad it up, throw it in the corner,
Or-
and hang it back up again.
Okay, let's make this a little bit harder, but every time it happens on the toilet, it ends up in your mouth. Like you get a little bit splat.
Oh, no, what?
Yeah. Because that was too easy. You're right. This is
Oh,
definitely
no.
like guy talk that should not be on the internet. So
Like, I'm never going to be able to get a girlfriend or a wife if I poop every time I have sex. I feel like you got to take one for the team, and you just got to get a little scissorp in your mouth every time.
all right. Well, see,
Yeah.
I escalated, so it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, that took a jump there.
Well, you called for it. I was gonna go easy, and then you said that I decided not to, and I figured, well, he knows best.
I don't even know where to go after that. What? How did you come up with that?
I don't know. I thought, what's something extreme?
Okay, so would you rather... Oh, I got one. I've heard this one before, but... So
Uh-oh.
would you rather be blind or dickless?
Like dickless.
You just have nothing. You're like a Ken doll.
And is this starting now or when I was born?
Starting now. Are you feeling to see if you have one now, or
Well, no. So what I'm doing is I'm just comparing the sensations.
Oh.
I would definitely choose blind.
definitely no decision there? It's just
Yeah.
So
Like-
I'm gonna escalate it a little bit,
Just a little bit.
just
Okay.
tid a little bit.
Titty bit.
So would you still okay? So the dickless stays the same.
Yes.
Would you rather be dickless or blind and deaf?
See, I feel like being blind
Mm-hmm.
really like increases the value of having the dick.
I feel like
Be-
your
because-
sensation is just gonna be boom.
Yeah, and exactly. And then because you're not picky either, like you can just find that one person who like
Treats you
makes
like
you
a
breakfast,
king.
makes you dinner, like totally chill with you not being able to see. So I might as well just choose blind and deaf.
She can
and,
be
and
big
she can
and
have a shrill
beautiful.
voice.
She could. Oh yeah, because you're deaf. She could sound
Yeah,
whatever.
She can sound whatever. Like you're really just opening up the possibilities for me, like finding my true love.
What if? Okay, just what if
Okay, what if?
they trick you?
And it's a dude.
No, it's your mom.
That one actually grossed me out a lot.
The whole time, say your dad passes away, she never tells you. She hires somebody else to play your dad's role.
Play my dad's role. What's my dad's
And
role?
then-
If I'm blind and deaf, my dad has no role. My
That's
dad
valid.
doesn't really.
Just the hug. She just got to hire somebody to give you a
My
hug.
dad really doesn't hug me very often. I mean, he
Okay,
started more now that I'm
fine.
older, but
just to you. She hires somebody to sit next to you on the couch so you know somebody's there.
okay.
Yeah, and then it's your mom.
Yeah, no, that is that a would you rather situation?
It's a would you rather.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be dickless than have that happen.
But nobody ever tells you. You never find out.
I don't care. You're telling me what my
Wait,
options are
can
right
you
now.
learn to read Braille if you're blind and deaf?
I would think so.
Really? I don't know.
Can you even really like go deaf anymore?
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
as a person, like they can't do the bone to bone contact thing anymore. Like, have they not like
I would
figured out
definitely
ways
think.
to tap
I
in?
mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's like some people.
Well, no. So you could learn because if we still have sensation of touch, we've already learned everything. So
Well,
like,
at our
yeah,
stage, because
yeah.
they could literally just raise a word and be like, like
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
text,
yeah.
but have it raised so you could follow it and be like, oh, that's the, and they
Yeah.
could explain like, then this means this word.
yeah. So
like,
so I could feel the bumps, and then they could just make my finger go.
over the actual word, and you'd be like, oh, that means that word.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So like
Okay.
they could just use my finger
Yeah.
to like draw something.
But if you're
out. So,
born blind and deaf, I don't know. That'd be,
well, isn't that one girl that we had to read the story about in like elementary school?
huh?
You don't have to read that.
I probably didn't read it.
There's someone who's born blind and deaf. And
Helen
had-
Keller?
Is that her name?
She's a famous person that's blind and deaf. She's like, oh, yeah, yes.
I didn't know that's how she talked.
I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of racist.
What? How is that racist?
I don't know.
That's how she sounded. It's facts.
Is it?
Yeah. Like if somebody looked at a picture of me, they'd be like, he kind of looks like he lifts, kind of doesn't. It's facts.
No.
It hurts.
That's
It hurts deep down, but it's facts.
That's not what they think when they looked at you, Quinn.
What do they think?
They think that you're the most beautiful man possible.
Thanks.
It's weird because you slapped my ass twice in the past hour. I
And
shouldn't
then
say
you called
this.
me beautiful.
Yeah, no, I'm really feeling like I'm getting dominated
Where is
here.
this going?
Beaches
Ooh,
and bodies.
Beaches and bodies.
Beaches
Speaking
and
of beaches and bodies,
Beaches and bodies.
our topic for this episode is vacation.
And
Because we
wine.
are quarantined. So we're going to talk about all the good times in our lives.
Theoretically, good
What are
times.
what are some of the places that you went that not typically normal or something, or like I went to Dallas, like stuff like that. What's other places you've went?
Whoa, wait.
What?
Let's just back up a second.
What?
Have you had someone be like, "Yeah, I went to Dallas," like as a brag?
No, I mean I'm just saying like
Okay.
if you take a little vacation. Oh, I went to Branson. Like okay, people go to
Well,
Branson.
Branson-
it's still a nice vacation,
well-
but it's not like oh I went to Maui or something like
Well,
that.
Branson's more of a vacation than Dallas.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Because I feel
Depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to party, Dallas is the spot compared to Branson.
I don't know.
Branson, there's a
some
lot of
old-
elderly
There's
people in
some
Branson.
old people who like to get down. That
That's
hip
true.
dysplasia, so they can really just wiggle.
They got the loop hips a little loose, so they can move it.
The loose hips, yeah.
Got the loosey goose.
I don't know. The last place I went was well, the last trip I took, I went.
Yeah, because you went a couple different places in that
Yeah,
time span.
so I went Wichita,
Sweet.
which is where we start. It's not sweet. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Went Wichita
ICT for life,
to
bro.
Delaware. I spent 3 days in Delaware.
I've never been there.
Then I went to Botswana, Africa. I flew into Mound, which is like their second biggest city.
Also never been there.
Really?
Really?
I could have swore you were from there, dude.
No, not quite.
Wow. That's weird.
Thanks.
Just reminds me of it. And then after that, I flew back into New York City and spent 4 days there. So I was gone for like a total of like 2 weeks. Yeah, that was my last trip.
Any other cool places you've been? Have you been to Alaska?
I've not been to Alaska.
For some reason,
I've
I
been
thought you had.
when I was itty bitty.
Don't remember it though.
They took me to like Banff National Forest in Canada, the Calgary Stampede, so the big rodeo up there.
Yeah.
I've been to Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember it though?
Yeah, I went into high school
Oh.
for that immersion trip where I didn't speak any Spanish, but I didn't speak any English either because we were supposed to be immersed.
I remember that.
So I was just like,
yeah. Just
yeah,
didn't talk. You were a mime.
that I talked to the girl I was dating at the time, but that was it.
Who was that?
You know who it was.
Oh yeah, it was high school.
It was
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
because her parents were there too.
Huh.
Like, you always see all these movies about like kids going on like school trips and then like having no like supervision or anything, getting wild with each other. No, never happened. Not for me anyway.
You guys. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I would say the
legal drinking age was 18 down there, by the way.
Did
I
you
was
guys
18
drink?
and I did not drink.
Really
Yeah, no, I just
because who you were with, or you just didn't want to because of your parents and like how you were raised.
well, my parents weren't there, but
Well, no,
Oh.
I'm just saying,
No.
like how they raised you, though.
no, I would have, but
Oh.
I would have gotten in a lot of trouble.
Oh, really? You think so? They would have told your parents or something?
No, by the person I was dating.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I would say the two. Well, I mean, I've been to Chicago. I did that. My cousin did his residency there at a hospital there in Chicago. So we went down. He had a houseboat and stayed out on there for like 2 nights and went fishing.
Wow,
in Lake
that's
Michigan.
swag.
And I mean, it's something different. Not a lot of people do that.
No, I just love that he like did his residency there and decided to set up a house or an apartment.
Oh no, he had an apartment with his wife,
Oh,
but he had a houseboat also.
See, I was thinking he just lived in a
Just
house.
lived in the house. That would be swag. Like if you were single, I would live in a houseboat at a dock. It's like typical like movie. That's movie stuff right
That's
there.
movie stuff right
That's
there.
movie stuff. Yeah.
I don't think we can do that in Kansas.
No. Cheney Lake won't let you do that. So
I bet you could in a marina.
they don't have any marinas there.
Do they not have a permanent marina where you
No.
can store your boat out there?
No. So Chicago, I've been to Miami. When the KU and Virginia Tech played in the Orange Bowl, like in 2008, I went there and I got to go to the Dolphins Stadium, which is my favorite NFL team. That was kind of cool.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you. We've been good.
Not in your lifetime.
Not in my life. Well, in my lifetime, I just don't remember it. Dan
Not in-
Marino was on there.
Not in your memory.
Yeah, that's valid. So,
How did that
And-
happen?
how did what happen?
How'd you
I
choose the
literally my
Dolphins?
first book bag in kindergarten was a Miami Dolphins book bag. I don't know why, it just was. I've stayed
looked
loyal
back.
ever since.
Man, never let
You
anyone say
can't
you're not loyal.
say I'm not loyal.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
I'm gonna get wine drunk while you tell the rest of your story.
Okay. Then I've been.
That was a big pour, by the way.
It was. Thank you. That's more like a whiskey pour. But I forgot about when I went to L.A. for that
moving?
move and everything.
Yeah.
And I moved somebody in next to Kendrick Lamar. That was pretty cool.
Was he there?
No, he wasn't there. It's like kind of like a vacation house. He doesn't go there that often. He had
Did you
a
go over to his pool though?
No, he didn't. No, he had a pool, but their pool is much nicer. Their house was nicer than his, actually, that I moved the people into.
Really?
Yeah. But he had a G-Wagon sitting out in the, like, just outside in the sun and everything, a G-Wagon that was so dusty. So I can't imagine what he had inside of the 2 garage doors to have a G-Wagon sitting outside dusty as hell in the weather. I'm sure he had some nice cars in there.
Yeah, he probably paid for that G-Wagon, but it probably wasn't his. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
no.
No,
He doesn't go there that often. His dad actually is the one who goes there like every week or two, just checks on the house, cleans up a little bit, maintains things and everything, make sure the grass is getting watered, all that sort of stuff.
whew.
But yeah, and it was down the street from Drake and the Kim Kardashians, or the
Like the
Kardashians.
Kardashians.
Yeah,
Did you go
there
down
go.
there?
We drove right past their house. Yeah.
No, I meant like, did you go down there, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, I'm
Oh
Quentin.
no,
I,
we would
I
have
love
been
your work."
arrested so fast.
Wait, to knock on someone's door? That's totally illegal.
No, we would have been security. Like we had to go in. They had to give them a week notice. We had to fax them in like a week ahead of time a copy of our driver's license. We had to show it at the gate, and then like we were unloading, and we ordered, I don't know, some kind of sub place. It was like Jimmy John's, but not Jimmy John's. And we had to call the front little gate and let them know that they were delivering it and to let them through and everything. And yeah, it was intense security. Mm-hmm.
Now, while I'm on this just subject
Yes.
of the Kardashians,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about fake butts?
I've never experienced one, so I don't know. You mean as far as like just visually, or
Well, I mean, visually is all we have.
that's valid. I would say it kind of freaks me out.
Not a big fan
When I
of
can
what
see
Kim
it
looks like
from the
anymore.
front, I don't want to wait until I can see it from the back. Sounds like you're peeing. But anyways, continuing, and then my other fun vacation, I guess, would be when I went to Puerto Vallarta.
Oh,
Puerto
you
Vallarta.
mean Puerto Vallarta?
That port on the Vallarta.
What does that even mean, my
And
dude?
mate, it just like there's a bunch of boats, and oh boy, I got some good stories from there. But I'll let you lead with your. I've talked a little too long. I'll let you lead with your
think so?
Africa experience and New York, whatever. New York would be interesting. I've never been there.
Yeah, I think you would really like it because I feel like you're just like a total like. I feel like you could have been from New York. Like
Really?
You got the swag. And you're just a total asshole about everything.
I'm
Like,
an asshole.
It just kind of fits. I don't know.
Why do people talk to me? Like it's just friends. Why do friends talk to me? I'm an asshole.
Because I've known you for a long time.
Well, I mean, like the people we had over Lyft earlier. Like, why do they talk to me?
Yeah,
You know
because you want to know why.
why?
You're a shining beam of radiance that everyone can get behind.
But I'm rude. Not
Yeah.
rude. I'm just a
Yeah.
dick.
Do,
But I'm a dick in a nice way. If that's a thing.
do they watch this?
No, but they may. I'll tell them we talked about them.
Okay, I'll be careful on what I say then.
I don't know what that means.
I think it's because you're a highly influential and intelligent person, and that makes people want to associate with you.
so. Like, get
I'm saying
behind
you're a
me?
cult leader.
Oh, a cult leader. Oh,
I'm saying I don't think you do them in the butt, but you possibly could be right now,
Oh,
and I wouldn't
okay.
doubt it.
Okay.
Like that's you have that kind of personality.
that I would lead a cult.
Yeah.
Think I should try?
I
I'd
don't know.
make good money.
Depends what your target audience is, but yeah.
Okay. I draw them in, and then I hold them for ransom. I probably wouldn't last too long if I did that, huh?
No, don't do the ransom thing. Just kill them at that point. Once you take all their
Oh.
money, say that they can't have financial assets if they're going to be in the cult. It's a
we-
free living,
listen,
and we all
We are
share.
a community. We are one body. None of us can live apart. We connect to each other.
Here,
Listen, we connect to each other. Our energy flows between us. We are a unit. There is no single cell in this organism. We work together, and together we can make this universe work and be better.
I feel like you had a lot of tension when I tried to become one with you
I'm
there.
a tense person.
That's because you're the leader. The rest of us plebes can
The rest
be
of you are
in-
just free flowing, but I have to, just keep my composure.
Yeah, Becky, you give me your $1 million in your
Yes.
401k.
Yes, Becky with the big butt
The good hair.
and the good hair
Yeah.
and the milkshake stand.
Brings all the boys to the yard.
So,
You're not going to finish it?
oh, what did you say?
Brings all the boys to the yard.
What is after that? Yeah, it's better than yours. There we go. Had to sing through it.
Yeah.
It's better than yours.
Teach you, but I have
To
to charge. It's
Okay, so back to Africa.
wild, bruh.
Wild. So what did you do there? What did you go for?
I went there for the chicks.
That's not true.
Well, I did turn on Tinder while I was there just to see what was going on.
Oh God, I can't imagine what that was like.
There really wasn't a whole lot of traffic.
I would imagine not. It's
But-
probably a pretty big luxury there to have Tinder.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to see.
Most of them were worried about getting food and water.
I just wanted to see what it was going on over there. Like,
Nothing, I'm guessing.
like I wasn't like gonna message anyone because I'm like, I'm here for a week with my church group. I ain't like,
yeah,
I ain't-
yeah.
I ain't-
It was
I
just experimental, like kind of.
Well, I just wanted to see what profiles came across the
Yeah,
desk. You know, yeah.
And what came across?
Some interesting people. Some people who were doctors.
Doctors.
Who were
Nobody's a doctor in Africa.
Well, no, there are doctors in Africa.
Oh, there are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Botswana's interesting because it's a former British protectorate, so they all speak English.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. So I was able to talk to pretty much everyone, unless you're like very, very old, because I think they're celebrating their 54th
So you're saying,
year.
So you're
they're,
saying
they're 54 years removed
they're
from being a
protected
protectorate.
by them.
54 years removed from being that.
Oh, removed.
Yeah, so they were. I think it was in the. Does that make it like the 60s? Is when they stopped being a protectorate.
But it's still a common practice for them to speak English,
Yeah.
like even
So-
people born now.
yeah, so
Oh.
in school they still teach Setswana, which is
Their
the
native
Botswanan
language.
national language, and then English I think is also a national language, and they
Huh.
learn both.
That's good
so
though.
so if they're in school or if they're not super old, they all know English to
Hmm.
an
Yeah.
extent. It's
Yeah.
like we learn.
I mean, enough to
Spanish.
have some common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We were able to talk to everyone, so we went over there to
Maybe not specific topics or something, but
pretty much any topic.
Really?
Actually, yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Hmm.
I mean, when people are learning languages throughout their life, it seems like they really incorporate it.
I mean, especially when they started as a kid too.
Yeah. So we went over there it was a missions trip. So it was a church group.
Mm-hmm.
There were 8 of us, and we helped build a church. So they had already like poured bricks and stuff like that. So
Poured
This-
bricks.
like made the
Oh, they
bricks.
had to make the
They-
bricks.
They made
Oh,
the
okay.
they made the bricks on
Hmm.
site, and they had already made the bricks. So when we got there, all we did was we were mixing mortar and placing
Yeah.
bricks to actually build the walls. The
Like cinder blocks or like bricks.
It's solid concrete, so you know how cinder blocks are a little bit lighter than a solid concrete block.
So these ones were just solid, but they were
Yeah,
like cinder
but-
block
but-
size, but solid.
But they were the 4-inch deep instead of the 8-inch.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
same width.
Yeah,
it's still
they're
the 18.
Same width, but just half the.
Yeah.
I
Well,
gotcha.
so the depth was
Yeah,
depends how you want to look
I
at
got
it.
you.
So if you're looking at the wall, the depth
Mhm.
was less, but it's a solid
Yeah.
instead of being the cinder blocks with the hollows on
Yeah.
them. And then it was actual like cement. It wasn't.
You want to know an
cinder block.
interesting thing?
Yes, I would love to.
Which ones do you think are better for insulation?
Probably the cinder blocks with the larger gaps because
Yep,
it actually
correct.
creates
The air,
Ha!
the air in between. Yep.
chemical
'Cause
engineering. I learned this.
Little weird things. So like when you're putting in insulation, a lot of people just try to shove as much as they
Nope,
can in
you
there.
don't want to do that.
You lose your R value, which is the rating they give on insulation and stuff
Dude,
like that.
You're so
They
smart.
lose the R value because the air in there actually acts as kind of like a buffer insulation.
Yeah,
whatever you
air
wanna
is a
call
pretty
it.
good insulator as long as you keep it at a narrow space to where
Mhm.
it can't be convective.
Yep. And that's
So-
why it flows through the insulation,
Yeah,
kind of like
Yeah,
you can-
so once you
yeah.
spread it out too much,
then
then it starts
you lose your R value.
Yeah, because then it starts circulating like this because
Mhm.
of the heating effect on it, and then it transfers heat more effectively.
Yeah.
So then you don't lose your insulation. It
Yep.
becomes a conductor once it starts conducting.
Too much is bad and too little is bad.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's like why. Yeah, dude.
Thanks. I'm a
Tu es
biology major.
inteligente.
2S. Oh, you're too intelligent? I don't know.
Okay, so two
I knew
means
intelligent.
you. S is saying
You are intelligent.
Yeah.
Pistola.
avocado.
Okay, back to Africa.
Biblioteca.
Back to building the church with the cinder
Okay,
blocks.
so we were building a church. Very cool.
Uh-huh.
So we went to a place called Mound is where we flew in. It's a big area for people to
Mound.
Mound. No D.
Mound. Mound. Okay.
Maun. It's
Maun?
Maun.
Okay, Mound. Okay.
Okay. So it's a big area to fly into for safaris. So there's a lot of game parks around there
mhm.
and a lot of
A lot of Tiggers.
There's no tigers.
No tigers?
In Africa.
Oh yeah,
at
lions.
all.
Lions, sorry.
Yeah, there are lions
Lions,
there.
not
Yeah.
tigers. No jungles.
No
No jungles.
No jungles. Yeah. No, you're just
No panthers.
th-
I don't think there's panthers.
No, but there's.
There's probably cheetahs.
Well, there's also leopards.
Gazelle, leopards. Well, leopards are way different than panthers.
Are they?
Yes, definitely.
I don't know. Okay, back to the
I think-
travel.
I hope they are, because I'm gonna look like an idiot if they're not.
Back to the vacation thing.
Yeah, vacation.
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 I mean, it wasn't vacation because I was technically working. So we
Yeah.
spent we were there for a full week in the country, and so it was like 5 days in the small town. So Maun is where we flew into. It's a big game area. They have a ton of planes coming in and out of there, but they're all small planes because people from all over the world coming into safari. So it's like the second highest traffic in like the country or Africa or
Really?
something like that. Yeah, it's a lot of air traffic in there.
So are
But-
there just there's no big cities around there really?
No, so it's
It's just a bunch of small
it's like
villages.
the
Yeah, that makes
population of
sense.
it's I think a total of 3 million people in the size of Texas. So it's like
Is that not a lot?
no, because like that's Dallas.
What's Texas? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
like Dallas and all the areas around it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's pretty desolate, if I remember right.
So would you say like the villages are smaller than where we grew up?
Oh yeah.
Way smaller,
Yeah,
like
so
quarter,
so the place
maybe like a
I
couple
went-
hundred people.
well, it depends where you go.
Yeah, I mean obviously
so the
variation, but
The place where we went had a gas station in it, and
Oh, really?
and one grocery store, and then one restaurant. Is basically in the same area.
would you say like 500 people?
No, I would say that was probably like close to what we had.
Like 1,200, 1,300?
Yeah. It's called Chicago.
Chicago, and what was the other one?
Mountain.
Maun.
Yeah.
Maun and Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So it was basically it's really interesting because we fly in there. We spend the first night in a hotel.
What
and
were
then
the hotels like?
it's really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
So-
Because it's for all of us tourists. So
it's not like do they have hotels over there, you think? Like
like a local person or
non-touristic hotels?
I don't think so. I
Yeah,
think
probably
I
not.
think if you travel there, because the whole place is only the size of Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
So typically, if you're gonna go somewhere, there's a reason why you're going there.
If you're
you-
going there, there's a reason.
yeah, and if you have a car, you'll typically go there and back. You won't like need to
Stay
get
somewhere,
a
yeah.
hotel. So it's mostly for the travelers.
That makes sense. Okay.
That's just kind of the vibe I got. Of course, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like a resort. Like there was
Really?
Yeah, there was
Hmm.
like a full like restaurant in it and everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. For probably all the hunters that spend thousands of dollars there,
Yeah, you can do hunting, or you can just
$10,000.
go on safari. I mean, in the parks, you can
like the vehicles, you mean taking around showing things?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can literally just take a vehicle through the parks. You can spend the night in the parks.
Hmm.
But the first place we went to was like a resort there in Mountain, and that was the first day we got there. I got there. I flew separate from everyone else in my group because I was already in Delaware.
Oh, okay.
So I did all the-
They flew from here.
This was my first time traveling internationally, so it's a little weird. Luckily, everything's kind of in English, or
Yeah.
everyone knows like some English everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I flew out of New York, went straight to South Africa, so I didn't have to navigate any of the Middle East stuff. And everything in like South Africa is that, I mean, they know English down there.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I flew into Mountain. So it was just a little weird going from New York to there because you have to go through. I didn't have any check bags, so I didn't have to like go through customs, go out, pick my bags up,
you
and
just-
then recheck them.
You just had what was on your back?
Yeah, I just did check. I just did.
Did you have like a book bag and then a carry-on, or?
No. Sorry, the difference between what I did and other people did is I was all on one carrier, one airline.
Oh, you had a transfer.
Yeah.
They did.
They had a transfer, so I didn't have to go out into customs or anything like that, which was very fortunate for me. So
Yeah.
I just my bags were automatically just checked through because I stayed on South African Airlines for the whole thing, where they
okay.
didn't. So I didn't have to do that
Mhm.
mess, which would have been like just a stroke for
It's
me if
a-
I had to
it's
do it
a-
by myself.
It's it's a pain in the butt.
Because I've never traveled internationally just by myself before. I mean, Puerto Rico was the closest
Mhm.
thing, and that's with like 4 other people.
I flew to Chicago by myself when I was like 8.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, I was like 10. I was probably 10.
That's still crazy.
Yeah.
I
You need more wine. You're yawning there, buddy.
It's because I'm wine drunk.
Chug half of that. Just half. Yeah, so like 2 good gulps. Oh. 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 Okay, check there. Oh, no. Okay.
You said
Yep,
2 gulps.
There you go.
I only swallowed twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, looked like you swallowed like 4 times.
Nope.
Maybe that was just me making the noise, so I thought you swallowed 4
you,
times.
You did gulp like 4 times.
But
anyway, so I had to fly all by myself. It was interesting. The way there was completely uneventful. I kind of just like pushed my knees into the back of the seat in front of me, propped myself to where I was firm, and then I just slept the whole time.
Really? How long of a flight was it?
It was, I think it was 14 or 15 hours there.
Straight, or did you have a layover?
Layover. So it was a total of 20 there and 18 back.
Why was it? Oh, because you flew to here.
But to New York.
Oh, yeah. Instead of you left from Delaware, went to New York. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I just slept the entire time on the way down there because I got way too litty in the city with my friends when I was in Delaware. So I was very just like exhausted and hungover.
It's probably a good thing, though. Just sleeping.
Yeah, it helped on that flight.
Yeah.
So that flight down was uneventful. On the way back was kind of eventful because I sat next to this Jehovah's Witness older lady who took my seat that I paid extra for, refused to give me the seat that I paid extra for because she had to get to her meds, and made me get her meds throughout the flight whenever she needed them.
So you had to get them even though she was in the seat where she could get to them.
So I paid for the end of a row on one of the exit aisles. So it had more leg space and it was on the aisle.
Yeah.
And she took my spot. And she's like, no, I need this one. I'm like, well, I paid for that one. And then she's like, no, I need this one. Because she was Spanish. Like she was from Spain originally. She's in California with her daughters where she's going back to. But yeah, so she like knew English, but she just was like, no. Like she was playing it up.
Yeah.
And then of course, me being who I am, I don't know what you want to call it.
Pussy
whipped cuck.
Pussyfoot.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, of course I let her
confrontation.
Of course I let her have it.
Yeah.
And then she witnessed me about Jehovah for the first hour of the flight. Yeah. But we're kind of getting off topic of the actual vacation.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of it.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that actually stuck with me the most was that. Like, it doesn't matter that I helped build a church.
And what type of bricks they used.
Yeah.
That in the flight.
No, the flight stands out more.
Yeah, okay.
But I had pizza, like, while I was in country, I had pizza, I think, 6 meals.
Like African pizza?
Like, it's pizza.
It's just normal?
It's not normal, but it's not different. It's just tastes different.
What the hell does that mean?
Like, it's the same shape.
Oh, well, okay, I would hope.
It's just that the meats taste different, even though it's the same meats.
It's the same meats?
It's still beef. Like, it's still the same
Probably because
meats.
their shit's less processed.
Probably. It's probably more natural. I lost weight when I was eating pizza, like, almost every day.
Probably because their shit isn't processed like ours and has all the chemicals in it.
Probably. And we went to so we had the same restaurant for breakfast and dinner every day while we were there. We just ordered catering through them. It was this gal who was actually from Germany that she moved to Botswana with her husband in, like, the late 90s.
Why? Just...
No, her husband was from there, and she just opened a restaurant to serve people.
That was the one restaurant.
So Shikawe is kind of near.
Is it just me, or does wine make you tired?
Yeah, it makes me tired.
It makes me tired.
Makes me very tired.
Yeah.
It's right by.
What is going on? Do we need a shot?
I still have wine.
Do we need? Okay, let's both finish these real quick, and then we'll take a shot.
Do we need a shot, or do we need dip? I don't have my dip anymore. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, I found one in my bag, though. I don't think it's yours. I think it's mine, but I found some.
Oh, okay. I probably shouldn't dip. I should probably just take a shot.
There you go, brother. So, are we taking a shot or?
Well, we have to finish the wine first.
Okay. I was one drink. Oh, man. It all fit in my mouth. I didn't think it was going to. Wow. Okay. Pause.
That's what she said.
Pause.
That's what she
Pause.
said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Woo. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna take a little shot of that Cass.
Okay.
It's on your side. You're gonna have to hand it to me there, 10-4, brother. Hey, 10-4, brother.
Which one do you want?
The cask.
Cask. This?
See.
Okay. No. This is the vacation episode.
What?
You're just gonna finish the bottle.
Oh no! I still have to tell my stories though.
I know.
I feel like this is gonna be long enough. We're gonna have to put both of our stories on different episodes.
That's fine because we have the camera for tonight.
That's fine. We'll shoot it all tonight. Okay. So wait, are you done with yours?
No, I haven't even talked about the actual trip.
You really haven't. Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Okay, so let's like
Bottoms up.
Let me finish this.
Yeah. Hurry up, you pussyfoot. That was 2.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Nice.
didn't pull far enough back from the mic that time. Still getting aware.
Aware? Wait, do you have a Corona?
Probably. I've been
Okay.
coughing a lot. Had the fever. Drainage. Hand me.
You hear me? You hear me? Hear me? When you hear
There's
me?
been a lot of wine.
Which one do you want me to hand you?
I was gonna say, do you want me to drink the rest of that Buffalo Trace?
Is that? I feel like that's less, but it might not be.
I mean, we might as well just kick 2 bottles at once.
I agree. What's the Balvin? Or is that what it is? Balvin?
The Balvine.
Balvine. Okay.
This
I
over
couldn't
here?
see
No, that has a lot more than
Oh,
that.
does it? Okay.
Yeah, I ain't drinking that. That would make me puke right now.
Wait, do you want this one or the Lagavulin? The Lagavulin has a lot in it too. Never mind. Here
Yeah,
you go.
no, that
That's
Lagavulin's
not
also
much,
a lot
though.
more
That's
expensive.
literally a drink. Like
Yeah.
8 drink.
Yeah, but I'm like 3 ahead of you on the wine.
I had a
I had a
hard cider,
Dad. God.
Leroy Jenkins.
Nice.
Okay, back to vacation.
Yeah, back to vacation.
Vacation.
You should be drinking that while I'm talking.
Okay, no. Let's skip that. Let's go on to the vacation. Fast forward.
Yeah, I'm talking about a church trip. Let's see what else stands out to me. So we're building the church. It was in a small village. I think it was north to the Okavanga Delta. Some delta. It's very popular for fishers and hunters.
Oh, okay.
Like
sense.
so Monster Hunter's the one that does like the big
Yetis?
fish. The
Oh.
the big fishing.
Oh, that guy. That
Yeah.
guy. Okay.
He's went up there before. That's where
Okay.
like the tiger tooth things are.
Oh.
Yeah, the tiger fish or whatever they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
They have that big ass.
Do they have the huge rays in the rivers there? Is that in Africa?
I don't know about rays, but they do have.
Like they had like in freshwater rays. I think they were in freshwater, but in the rivers, like I mean, obviously their
Really?
rivers are way different than here, but they're
See, this is just like big old floodplain. It's totally dependent on how much rain they get on what it looks like.
Okay.
But they have some big old crocs.
Oh yeah.
Big old crocs. Like,
They're
I'm talking-
crocodiles, not alligators.
So they catch crocs there for the crocodile farm in that delta.
Mm-hmm.
And their traps only go up to like 14 feet. And there's crocs that are too big to fit in the traps.
Jesus.
They have crocs that they've caught and then held for longer, like 20 feet. Yeah. And there's
That's
bigger
insane.
ones. There's bigger
Just
ones.
oh, I'm sure.
They're dinosaurs, dude.
Oh, dude, they lived for so long. Crocodiles have. I mean, insane. They're built so well they can live through anything. I mean, not anything, but like anything.
Pretty much.
To this date. But little side note: when I went to Miami, I went to the Everglades and all that stuff. Went on the airboat ride and everything, and it was pretty cool. I got to hold a little baby croc. Had its mouth taped shut, but I got to hold.
But it
one.
was only got a hole
No,
in
no,
there.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. It was cool.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Pretty neat.
Is that nature?
It's pretty nature. Okay, go on, sir.
Is that all you want to tell me?
Just had a little.
I feel like we did too much mumbling.
I just wanted to let you know that I had a little gator experience. How long has that been on? I feel like we're on Hank Hill right now.
I'm really pissed that came on again.
Bobby. Damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby. Just keep it recording, we'll just ad lib this. We're still working for the people. Oh, okay. So, I'm just kind of rambling about my vacation. There's so many aspects to this. I saw bush people who clicked. I slept with a person who elbowed me in the face and kneed me in the back.
Was this somebody you knew?
Wait,
bush people? You mean like hunters?
Like people who weren't really part of the society. They were their own village that had a different language that clicked. Yeah, like there was clicking in the talking. It's not only
not
clicking.
Straight just clicking.
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's a I think it's
So they'd be like
a misnomer.
They'd be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
like there's clicks in their words. It's not that their words are only.
It's
clicks.
like almost a letter, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so them.
Yeah.
The dude I had a room with, we only got one bed in every place we went to. So,
nice.
So yeah, no, it's the only time I slept with a dude in forever.
Well, besides the other night.
I would. No.
Took you a second to catch that.
It did. You almost got me.
I almost got you. You almost just try to play it off almost.
Nope. But there were multiple nights where I'd wake up and try to roll over, but his arm was over across my face.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like your wieners touched or something.
No, our wieners never touched.
Oh.
And like one night I woke up because he elbowed me in the face, and then another night I woke up because he was. I felt the roll and it kind of woke me up. He was facing the other direction. He rolled over and then swung a knee and hit me in the lower back.
So I thought you were gonna say you rolled over and you guys were like nose to nose, and he was asleep and just like, oh god.
See, no, because here's the thing. I think I would have the irresistible urge to just go and freak him out.
The what urge?
Irresistible.
Oh, you said irresistible. Wine night's fun. I got tired for a second, but I'm not tired anymore. What? This isn't wine. We can't cheer to wine night with whiskey. Yeah, you have way less than me. This is not fair.
Oh, that really hurts. That stuff's smoother than this. Well, easier to drink out of a bottle.
Oh, I guess.
I love Buffalo Trace, but you can't just...
You can't bottle it.
You just can't bottle it.
You can't bottle it.
It's not milk.
It's not breast milk.
It's not any type of milk, Quentin.
It's not. Okay, keep going.
I think I was just trying to get through it as quick as possible because I've been talking about it for a while.
You have.
Yeah.
You ready for me to go on?
No, I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
There are potholes this deep, whole wine bottle deep, in the roads over there. This place has terrible roads.
Well, do they pay taxes there?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. There's taxes. But the taxes that come from the people are less than the taxes that come from the diamond mines. So the reason that they were a British protectorate at one point is because
British wanted their diamonds?
No, because they wanted to protect the diamonds from the South Africans who were trying to take their diamonds.
The blood diamonds.
I think it was the South Africans who were trying to take their diamonds, so they became a British protectorate to help them secure the diamond mines. And that's how that all happened.
Oh. Have you ever seen the movie Blood Diamond?
We watched it in Jensen's class together.
I didn't. Wait, maybe I did watch it.
So yeah, I don't know. Just Africa's wild is pretty much what it boils down to. I went on a safari, and I was kind of apprehensive about doing that as part of a missions trip because, like, when I think of missions, I think you should go for the purpose you're doing. But I'm really glad we did it on the last day we were there. So we had to go back to Mound where the airport was. 4-hour drive basically both ways. So that's why we flew into one place and had to drive. That's why we stayed the one night because we just couldn't get there.
In 4 hours?
No, from the time we were there, all of us got there, all of our baggage was claimed, we ate, we met up with the missionaries, all that. Just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so about a 4-hour drive, had to go back to Mound. The safari. So we came back basically like one day earlier than we could have. We came back on a Sunday.
Hey, sorry. We're getting a lot of like residual with you hitting your hands on the table.
Okay. We came back on a Sunday after we went to the service. Basically, in the church that we had helped build, we just didn't have the roof on it yet. That's the only thing we didn't do. We put all the walls up. So we did quite a bit of work. We accelerated the timeline like 2 months by going there. But more of it was to talk to the people in the congregation. Like, that's the big thing with the short-term missions, is to build a relationship with the church, with the people who are going to be in the congregation, because they can come there before work, after work. They're not working, so a lot of the women come there to build a relationship with them. So that's more of what the mission was about than building. But we did build. But anyway, so we basically just did all of that. Nothing. We didn't have the roof up yet, and then so we basically missed one day of work to go back to the main city earlier. And the next day we got up and went to the safari. And in that, it was really cool because we got to see lions pretty much. I would say we were probably from like here to that wall over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we were really
So was
close.
it? Were you caged in? Like
No,
did they-
no. So the safari is they have like basically barbed wire fence, like cattle fence.
Oh, so you're not out in the. Okay, I got you now.
No, so there's like cattle fence around the edges.
Yeah.
But
I thought you
that's-
meant you were just out, like on a like just driving on roads and you were finding animals.
Well,
Okay.
so
I mean, basically like the zoo, really.
we no. So we saw animals while we were out.
Okay.
Saw ostriches, saw elephants,
Yeah.
saw goats, local exotic birds,
Yeah.
stuff like that. We went to an alligator park one day. That's like a zoo.
Mm-hmm.
But then we went to a game park, which is not like a zoo. It's like going to a national park, like here.
A game park, so people go there and hunt them.
You can in some of the game parks they sell licenses, but
Yeah.
here this is just like a safari. I don't think they do any
Okay.
hunting there, but you it's like the national parks. You go through the main entrances,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's all open. Like they're
But
not.
there's a fence around the outside.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's a game fence
Yeah.
because the wild game has different immunities and diseases than the livestock they keep outside of it. So they
Yeah.
try to keep a game fence, basically. But it's just like 2-strand barbed wire.
Okay.
Like it's not like a fence and then barbed wire. It's not
Mhm.
like a real fence. It's just
Like I mean, cattle fence.
yeah, it's a cattle
Yeah,
fence. That's all it
yeah.
is. But in
Probably
there,
really doesn't keep them in or out. To be honest, I would think.
no.
I mean, a lion
Well-
could easily clear
Well,
that.
it's because lions can clear it, gazelles can clear it, elephants always break it.
Yeah, just walk right fucking through that
Even
shit.
the buffalo do. I mean,
Yeah, they do have buffalo there.
so
don't
we
they?
saw elephants, ostriches,
I
giraffes.
never thought about them having buffalo.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, we saw all those outside of the park before we
Is
went
that
to the
a
park.
is that a like native thing or did somebody
No,
take them
that's
over
a
there?
native thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's the Cape buffalo, I think is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it's not our buffalo. It's the
Okay.
ones with the horns like
yeah,
this.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just saying like straight buffalo. I was like,
No.
"Ooh." Okay.
It's not like
I got what you
It's
mean
not
now.
technically water buffalo, but it's like Cape
Yeah,
buffalo, which
yeah.
looks close to the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
So we saw the elephants, giraffes, ostriches, a couple other things outside of the park. But then we went to the park on our last day before we left.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, I got to see a ton of hippos. We saw hippos outside of the park, and I saw crocs outside of the park too. But in
Just
there,
like as you were driving down the road or something, or
so I saw the hippos outside of the park at a restaurant.
Hmm.
Like, so the restaurant was here, and then they had like, like how we have the canal.
yeah.
They had a big river going down through the place we were at, and I saw them down in there.
Isn't it? Hold on, sorry, but isn't it just weird? Literally, the biggest thing we could see just roaming around here is just deer. It's odd.
in Kansas? Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the U.S.
No, well, I mean, moose are much bigger.
Okay,
And
but
and
you
then
have to be up in the
bears
mountains.
are much bigger.
You have to be up in the mountains for that. I mean, it's just far as like our normal landscape throughout the country. Unless you're in the mountains, the biggest thing you're going to see is deer.
Yeah, unless you're counting aquatics.
Unless you're in like Estes. Well, yeah, no aquatics. I don't know.
I don't know that it's weird, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I think it's just
It okay, so I've read about this a little bit, just very a little bit. I haven't finished the book yet, but it's interesting because the reason there's so much big game in Africa compared to here is because theoretically, from an evolutionary standpoint, humanity started in Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
But theoretically, animals already spread throughout the world, right? You got that?
Before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I got
animals
you.
spread
Yeah,
throughout
yeah,
the world.
yeah, yeah.
So humans though originated in Africa. So then they began to evolve, become more complex in Africa. You follow me?
Okay. Yeah.
So the animals, the ecosystem in general in Africa, also became adapted to humanity as it expanded, right?
Okay.
But then humanity developed the ability to travel, so it moved across the world in
At a faster rate, therefore the
Yeah.
animals couldn't evolve
yeah.
in
So
a fast
basically,
enough rate.
everywhere
Okay.
it moved into
Yeah, I got you.
was further away from the evolutionary origin of humanity, so it didn't
So,
adapt with
I
it.
got you.
So when it got to the U.S., so there's actually fossil records
But the biggest
of
thing,
giant sloths. Have you heard of giant sloths?
yeah, I've
So-
never seen like
Well, you couldn't see it, but it's
well,
like
no, I mean I've never seen like
think a sloth the size of an elephant
really.
in Americas. It was
Really?
in South America, but it's more like central to south. But
Huh.
there were giant sloths in the U.S. that were like the size of like bears, like grizzlies.
Really?
Yeah.
Obviously.
And there's
they
fossil records of
Fuck you.
and a fuck you too.
Giant sloths.
So there are giant.
Take another
sloths.
drink. Good drink. Like as in the rest. Clear it real quick. The do the little dicky thing. The get your vocals right. Going from wine to this is quite a change.
Yeah, trying to chug out of a bottle is not a good feeling.
Oh no, it's not. It
So there
brings me
were
back to
giant
college.
sloths.
Wait, where were the giant sloths at? Hold on. I'm going to roll up my sleeves. Roll your sleeves up. We got to get in this together.
I just don't feel like it's as good of a deal for me because I'm not tan, nor do I have as
Hey,
big of
can I-
arms.
Can I tell you a secret?
What's that? No one's gonna ever love me other than you.
That's valid. Your parents don't even love you. Well, let's be honest.
I mean, my mom like wants to love me, but she realizes I'm a little bitch, so
Okay.
she can't.
Can we tell a secret? I put on some self tanner after that shower.
Did you really?
I did. You
feel nice
the
and tan?
Jergens. Look at me. Do I feel tan? I am tan.
Okay, man.
So giant sloths.
Sloths!
They were in America, size of bears. Oh, my question was
South Africa is the size of elephants, and there's fossil records of humans killing them.
because
so,
they okay.
So basically, arrowheads
Oh,
fossilized
inside
with the
of
bones.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. So my question is, where the fuck did they live? Sloths live in trees. Did they live in fucking?
They were ground sloths.
They didn't live in them big ass trees that were like 15-foot like diameter.
Talking about sequoias.
Is it sequoias? No, redwoods. I thought, or like the ones that got
Redwoods
huge.
are super tall. Sequoias are super
Oh,
wide.
okay. The ones you can drive through.
Sequoias.
Okay.
You could probably drive through some of the bigger redwoods too.
Yeah.
but- Oh, I went out to California and went to those parks too. The Redwood National
Oh,
Forest.
okay. Yeah.
And then
I remember that
Kings
actually. I think I
Canyon.
remember that. Like you going. I think I remember that. No?
I wasn't at Conway when that happened.
There was somebody that went through them, and maybe you just told me a story about that
It's
when we
super
were younger.
cool though. Like we took a family photo of all of
Wait,
us.
I just realized my
inside-
sleeves are still up and yours aren't.
Well, yeah, because I don't have the arm.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave.
So okay, so they didn't live in trees. Those big trees. Okay.
I don't know.
I
I've started
guess there
reading
wouldn't
a
be
book
a way for
called
them to know
Guns,
that.
Germs, and Steel, and it talked about the fact that we killed big animals here, and there was giant fauna in Australia too. And then as soon as you can find human records there,
Mm-hmm.
the records of the giant fauna also started going
What are
down.
giant what?
Plants and animals.
No, giant fauna. What were you
Yeah,
saying?
so it means life forms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let me sum this up.
So they didn't evolve with us. So they didn't adapt to our tendencies and how we
That's where I was
hunted.
going, Levi. I'm gonna put it in layman's terms because I'm better at talking in layman terms than you.
Oh, I'm better at being lame than you, Levi. I just
So okay.
I'm
So
gonna pour some more wine while you're talking. Just
so
wait a second.
basically
Which one should I drink?
The point of it is you should drink this one.
Merlot. Hell yeah, brother.
So
It's a lot of wine tonight.
the animals
Wine night.
the animals were in Africa first. Humans came about. We came about slowly, like kind of. We're getting a little touchy here. Evolution. We evolved, so they were able to adapt to us because it was a very slow rate. Once we hit that thresh point of being able to travel, we were able to go out very quickly. We introduced ourselves into those. Not societies, but those environments, ecosystems, environments at a very fast pace. Therefore, the animals are not able to evolve like they were back in Africa.
Well, they evolved with us until we were humans, where everywhere else they didn't.
Correct. Yes, we hit there and we're like, bam, we're here. We've already evolved.
Yeah, like they were look at me,
introduced
bitch,
to us.
I can travel
at a very fast rate. They weren't able to change and adapt to living with us in the same environment. Therefore, all the big creatures were either killed or whatever. We killed their food source,
pretty
something
much
like
killed.
that.
If you look at it, it's most large mammals left are still in Africa, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's because they evolved with us there.
I mean, it makes sense completely. Yeah.
It's just wild how much sense it makes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say besides aquatic environments, completely.
Yeah, and I mean, we didn't evolve the capability to hunt in the ocean
until later on.
So yeah.
You
could always do fishing, but back in the day when all you had was a pole,
stick.
You weren't pulling out
you
weren't pulling out a whale.
No. Until you had a harpoon gun on a ship, you weren't pulling out a whale.
Even then, most of those guys weren't pulling out a whale.
Yeah,
more like big tuna.
Tuna.
I hate tuna, but
you don't like tuna?
I don't like canned and packaged tuna, but I like tuna in sushi.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Do you like sardines?
I don't know.
You don't know? Have you never ate a sardine?
I think I have accidentally before.
How do you accidentally eat a sardine?
I feel like it was on pizza or something once, but it was an accident.
Ooh. What are the things they put on pizza that are weird?
Should I order a pizza right now?
No, you shouldn't. I don't want one. I don't want one.
We're not as drunk as my landlord last night.
No, we're not. What are the things they put on pizza that are kind of weird? No, I hate pepperoni on pizza. Stop. It's too greasy. It makes my butthole run. I would rather Canadian bacon, personally. AKA ham. Sorry.
You want Canadian bacon?
In America. In America. You mean to tell me you want that Canadian shit in America? Why don't you go skate around on some blades and play hockey?
Why don't you just take a broom and just shave some fucking ice, you
drink
McCartney?
Some maple syrup. Okay, anyways, back to the story.
Back to reality.
Back to reality. What is that from? That's from something.
Nope. I'm just that creative.
Back
you
to
believe
reality. It's from something. Maybe Bill Nye. I don't know.
Bill Nye, the science guy who has a mechanical engineering degree that has nothing to do with any of the topics he talks about.
He's a fool.
He's a C word.
Cocktail?
Sure. I'm not going to say the actual C word, so yeah.
If we were Australian, we could say it, though.
Australian or British, it's fine.
He's a sick cunt.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Ziz.
Dude, hey, I watch Callum Von Moger on YouTube. I can say sick cunt.
What's his name?
Callum Von Moger.
I thought you said Callan, and I'm like, it's not Callan. Callan is a different guy.
Callum is a different guy. I love Callan also. Can I get into my stories?
Yeah, I feel like I've been talking long enough.
You've been talking too long. Nobody wants to hear you talk that long.
Yeah, no one likes me. I get it.
I agree.
Everyone's watching this for you, not me.
That's not true. I feel like more of your friends probably watch this.
Well, I don't tell my friends about it, and it really gets me blushed red every time someone says
flustered.
I watched
it.
One of my coworkers said, I'm not a connoisseur. I'm just a junkie. When he said that to me the first day after the first episode, I'm like, shit, how did he already find it?
Okay. So I'm just going to mainly talk about one, which was definitely my most enjoyable and the best experience I've had was when I went to Mexico and Puerto Vallarta. So
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. It's
Vallarta.
So we get to the airport. We probably wait there for like 4 hours, honestly, but we kind of walked through. We flew out of. Where did we fly out of? We drove to Denver. Drove to Denver and
You
flew out of
drove
Denver.
9 hours.
Yeah, because we stayed the night with my ex's parents, and then in Loveland, and then they dropped us off in Denver, and then the other people flew out of Kansas City. But so we flew out of Denver. They actually went from Kansas City to Denver. We met them there in the airport, and then we were there for like 4 hours.
I don't know where it's at.
You don't know where your bike's at?
Nope.
How do you not know where your bike's at? Was it ever here?
Yeah, it was here. I rode it to work all the time, and then he told me that. See, it doesn't really fit.
He told you to what?
That the bearings were stripped out of it and it was broke at one point.
Who did?
Raphael did, and that it's not in the garage anymore. And I don't remember taking it home, so I don't know if he just.
You don't know where he was?
No, I don't know where my bike's at.
What the fuck? Okay, no bike helmet.
Let me look at my hat.
Go get your hat, you ugly fuck.
Thanks.
Uh,
I feel like I'm on a different level than right now.
no, you're not. We're on the same level, I promise. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, that made me nervous. Why did my nipples get hard? Both of them.
Because you were excited. Where's my goddamn hat at? Did you hide my hat?
No, I didn't hide your hat. It's probably in the bathroom.
It's not in the bathroom.
Where is your hat? Oh, bro, it's on the bed by your charger right there.
You put it there.
No, how would I have your hat to put it there? Okay. Sit down, sit down. You're embarrassing me. I can't take you anywhere.
You didn't take me anywhere. This is my house.
When we got to Mexico, there was like they didn't check our passports or nothing. It was just when we were leaving Denver.
Wait, they didn't check your passport in Mexico?
No. Not at all. Nothing. No.
Wow, so there's more security in Africa than Mexico.
Yes, they did not check anything. So we get there, take the taxi. Like, the thing is with over there, you have to, like, before you tell them the taxi driver where you're going, before you get in that taxi, you want to ask them what the price is. So, like, once you get in that taxi and they take you somewhere, they can be like, oh, this is this many pesos or whatever. So, like, there you really want to ask how much it's going to be before you have them take you anywhere. So we get to the resort and get there. I'd never been anywhere out of the country or to a resort. So we get there, check in and everything, go down the beach and all that stuff. So it's all inclusive. We get all these drinks and everything. Kind of fast forwarding through the boring part. And then we have one day where we have this fishing trip booked, and we go to this, it's not an island. So, like, you can get to this place. There's like this waterfall in this little village. They have no electricity, all dirt floors. They survive off of tourists. They have this restaurant, though, that is ridiculous. Literally, they come in off the boat. The boat we came in on, we rammed into the shore. So, like, we come hauling ass into the shore, hit the beach, and go riding up. Like, you are breathing so heavy right now.
That's why I moved the mic.
So fucking heavy. Did you just run a marathon? Jesus.
Rona.
Jesus. Oh my God. So we rammed the fucking shore going like, I don't know, maybe like 25 miles an hour or something like that. We come within like 2 foot of hitting these people that are from the island, this area of Mexico. You just can't get there like through the trees, so it's almost like an island. You have to take a boat to get there because this forest is so thick. But like, man, not even 4 feet, like probably 2 feet from ramming these people. They're just chilling, like, oh, yep, they're gonna stop. It was just crazy. And then I had to like hop out to like push us back out when we left her and everything. But so this restaurant is just a big like tent at a fair, like poles standing up, just like a big like circus tent or something, just like something like that. The best. Oh, they were coming in with the boats with the food, and they would cook it up right then and there after they came in with from the boats. Ooh. You would kill from some of that food right now, wouldn't you?
Was it seafood or
Oh
food
yeah,
food?
all seafood. Yeah,
I wouldn't.
seafood.
I would never kill.
Are you
for
not
seafood.
crazy about seafood?
I like it, but I'm not crazy about it.
I love seafood. If you can get some fat, juicy scallops, oh man, just melt
Yeah,
in your mouth
no,
like
I
butter.
never had that in my life. Like, never had that craving.
Oof, ooh. The best scallops in my life were in Miami I've ever had. Why did you look over there?
I thought the camera was still over there.
Not a camera, that's my phone.
Yeah, I see that.
So we eat at that restaurant. We hike up a little ways up, like not a mountain, but like kind of up elevated into the forest and stuff. See this waterfall. We hop in the waterfall, take a picture, all that sort of stuff. But like, so they have some of the, I wish I would have got some stuff while I was there, honestly, but I was in college, didn't have a lot of money. So like all these like beads and like shirts that they had made and like necklaces. It was some pretty cool stuff and pretty amazing how they made it, but just didn't have the money for it. But it was just interesting. Like this village survives off of that restaurant. Literally everyone in that village works at that restaurant from tourists coming there and stuff. But the beach was just packed. It was very interesting. But on the way there, we stopped and fished. And I might kind of put up some pictures at the end of this episode or right now. I have a picture of like a fish that we caught. I can't remember what it was called, but you could see them like like they were trying to get the little krill and stuff, but you could see them like jumping like the schools of the fish and stuff, and they didn't look that big. But it took me 45 minutes to reel in this fucking fish when we went fishing on the way there.
Wait, what?
45 minutes
To reel it in.
to reel it in.
Not to catch it.
No.
You're saying once you had it on the hook.
To reel it in.
How big is this thing?
I think I've showed you the picture for it, but I mean, it's like maybe almost 4 foot, maybe like 3.5, something like that. I'll put a picture up of it, but I had a killer stash in the picture too, because I had a beard
Nice.
when I went there. When I was there, I was like, I'm shaving all of this off, but the nice thick stash. But it was it was so intense. I had a bruise on like my abdomen area from like having the pole dug into me, reeling this in. Like you pull it, reel it in a little bit, and it'd take out like fucking 100 feet of line. You reel in 50, take out like 100. You have to reel in another 50, and then maybe take out 50 more. It was ridiculous. But oh, I forgot a good part of this before. So before we went out, he was asking us, our tour guide. He was like, so he was trying to like kind of dance around the issue. So do you guys smoke? And we were like, no, we don't smoke cigarettes. He's like, you guys smoke weed? And we were like, oh, well, sometimes, yeah, we do. So we went to this fishing dock where like all the fishermen are there, because it's a big fisherman area. And there was probably like 50 boats around us, like bigger boats, like fishing boats. I mean, not huge, but
No yachts,
fit
but
like 10
fishing
people,
boats,
10
yeah.
people on it or something like that. And no below the deck or anything. And there were like 50 around us. We'd all be like going, and you'd like have to stick out your foot to keep from hitting another one. It was just like so like unregulated. It was just interesting. And he was hopping from boat to boat, like trying to find some weed. And finally he had me drive him up to shore.
Wait,
like
the guy who owns the boat, who's your boat captain.
Yeah, he drove up to the dock, and he's like, have you ever drove a boat? I was like, I mean, yeah, I've drove one before. He's like, here, hop behind here and just kind of keep us away from the other boats. So he hopped off the boat, and it was just all of us on there that went on the trip. And I was sitting there behind the seat. I was like, just kind of like, hey, what's going on?
You thinking like, man, I should just steal this thing right now.
Take off right now. I don't know where the hell we are, but let's go. But he went and got some weed and like rolled up and everything, and it was very interesting. But like just how unregulated everything there is. As we were going to, before we caught the fish, we went by. It was crazy. I forgot about all this stuff. So there's this big like looked like almost they started building another resort. Okay, so like you got all the bones of a resort, no walls or anything, all the cement pillars, all that sort of stuff. And he said, this guy was a drug lord that started building it. Obviously, all the resorts there are built by drug lords. They're all laundering money. He said there will be like 100 rooms in all these resorts, like each resort, like maybe 50 to 100 rooms rented out, but nobody's ever in them because it's all laundering money and sort of stuff from the cartels. So the guy who started building this resort went away because of drug charges, all this sort of stuff in Mexico. And he said, but ever since they've started building it, there's been no new construction on it in like 3 years. There's armed guards there 24/7.
Ooh.
You could see them on like the floors. Like I visually saw them on the
Yeah.
floors, the levels, armed guards standing there with ARs,
So what does
assault
that mean?
rifles. I don't know.
What's there?
I mean, maybe there's like underground, like underneath the main letter, there's level, there's money, there's drugs. I don't know, but it was a crazy experience. And this guy actually lived in America for a little while. He knew very good English, but he came back because he said he makes way more money there doing these tour guide fishing trips and taking the islands or that part you couldn't get to by land. Makes way more money doing that with tips and everything. But so we catch the fish, get there, eat that food. We're on our way back. On our way back, we stop by these, like, you ever see them pictures, like them arches of like the rocks and stuff,
Yeah.
like in the ocean.
Yeah.
So we stop at a place like that and we go snorkeling, and the schools of fish and the fish that you see are so amazing. Like we hopped off in there and it was a cool experience seeing all those fish and everything. So we get back, I think it's that same night, we get back to our hotel. We have a few drinks, shower, change, all that sort of stuff. And me and the 2 other guys and both of their girlfriends. My ex was like got sick, and so she stayed in that night. We went out and we were smoking cigars. Me and the 2 other guys were, and their girlfriends were with us. And we started talking to some of the guys that work at the resorts. One of the other guys wanted some weed. And so they're like, oh, we know this guy. And this random guy shows up with like a dog and like, I think it was a pit. I don't know. It was something like that. It was some kind of pit mixed with something. He shows up. He's like, oh, I got some on my boat. So he's like, so long story short, this guy is from, I think he's from France.
Why is he in?
I'm getting there. He's from France.
Okay.
He's a chiropractor in France.
Okay.
But he's a very, like, he doesn't want any worldly possessions, really. So he was a chiropractor, went to school. He showed me pictures like him getting his diploma, all that sort of stuff. And that's the only reason we went with him. Because, like, he showed us some pictures like, okay, like, he's really a chiropractor over there and everything. And so he moved from France, went to school there, got his chiropractor license, came there to Mexico. He literally came there because he bought a sailboat. He over the internet bought a sailboat, hired a guy to start working on it. He came to Mexico to see if the guy was actually working on it. And he wasn't really doing much to it. He just kind of bullshitting him, just trying to get the money, which is, I mean, not surprising. So he gets there trying to start working on it, and he goes over there to check. He's not working on it, so he stays there with his dog. He's living in this sailboat from 19 teens, like 1918, 17, something like that. It's a concrete...
The boat was, not him.
Yeah, the boat.
Okay.
It's a concrete hull. I didn't know that was a thing. So, like, the bottom of the boat was all concrete.
That's
or
weird.
Whatever their form of concrete was,
Yeah.
whatever. And the rest was wood. So he gets there, he starts working on it himself. He's literally living in this boat that is unable to sail because it's not in good enough condition with his dog. So, like, he doesn't shower. He doesn't have a shower. He didn't smell or anything, but, like, it's just weird that he go from that to that. Like, he's a very free soul. It was a very interesting guy. We go there with him, but to get to the boat, we walk and everything. I'm like, God, this is so sketchy. But I'm the type of person that's like, I kind of push that thing to the side because I'm scared to miss out on an adventure. Like, I'm like, oh, this is so intriguing, so interesting. I want to go experience this. So I kind of push to the side. Probably not always a good thing, especially in Mexico. But there's a group of us, and he's a very petite, small guy, like 5'7", 130 pounds. Like, I could handle him.
You could handle him.
I could handle him.
Over a barrel and show him the 50 states.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, But the thing is, like over there, their docks are not made. So they have like government docks or what they, I don't know, I don't know, government docks, I would call them. And then they have like just normal docks that are no longer maintained by the government. So they're falling apart because people, the like payment at government docks are way more expensive. So he was at a dock that was not maintained by the government. So part of it was rotted out.
Yeah.
So literally, they had this boat, like it was like a 5 foot long boat, had a rope tied to each end. So you're coming from the land to the dock. You have to pull this rope to get the boat to come over to you. Get on the boat, grab the other rope at the other end, and pull yourself to the other side of the dock. Get on the dock the rest of the way. And there's like sides and parts and middles rotted out. He's like, okay, don't step there. Kind of step on this board to get to his fucking boat. So we get to the boat. That's where he lives. That's where he lives. Yeah. Yeah. He has money. Like he pulled up his bank account. He's like, look, I got 15 grand right here. Like literally on his phone. He had a phone and everything.
Yeah.
He has like 15 grand is chilling right there. Like pulled up his bank account. He's like, I can go back there and be a chiropractor and make good money. Like live a amazing life. He's like, but I just don't want to do that. I don't want to conform to that. And he's very, like I said, a very interesting guy. So we get to the boat. He kind of shows us around. He's like, yeah, I've done this. This is the rest of it. And it was a cool boat. His dog was there. Well, he was there when we were smoking cigars. He came with us and everything. But the dog hopped up and laid in the bed. He's like, this is where me and my dog sleep and everything. It was very interesting. And obviously had like living quarters below and everything.
Yeah.
But so we get there and we talk until like 3:30 in the morning. Like he adds me, he pulls up his Facebook, he adds me on Facebook and everything.
He wants the queue, is what you're saying.
No, I mean he added other people on Facebook. He might have wanted the queue. I don't know what his orientation was.
He wanted like,
I don't know. But it was just, it was the coolest. It was the coolest experience ever. Just like I'm happy I let myself go do that because it opened, like it just let me into like other people's world and like what it's like over there. And something I'll never forget, I have to this day, on one of the ropes, like they have like clips and stuff to like clip it to different places. He was like, I gotta replace all these ropes and sails anyway. He went over and cut off this little like kind of a carabiner type thing, but obviously a very old one. And he's like, he gave it to me. He's like, I want to give this to you so you remember this experience and never get rid of this. He's like, this is from like the early 1900s, like 19 teens. And he gave it to me, and I have it to this day. It was just a very cool experience. It was very cool. He's a very genuine guy.
Where's that at?
It's in my house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in my house in a little basket. But so yeah, it was pretty cool, and we got to experience.
Wait, so he sold you weed?
No, he didn't sell us anything. He just rolled up and they smoked and stuff. It was cool. He just had a little bit. He was sharing with us, and he just wanted some people to talk to and experience, and it was cool. It was definitely at the beginning. I was very sketched out. Like,
well, you should be sketched out.
Yeah, like I was sketched out. I was being kind of stood back, but I was willing to go experience it and see what he was like and everything. Like we talked to him for like an hour almost before we even went to his boat. And with all the other guys that worked at the resorts and everything, they all spoke English because they worked at the resorts. About anybody that works at the resorts does.
Well, yeah, you have to. Yeah. I mean, it makes you more money that way.
Yeah, definitely tips and everything. But so yeah, it was a really fun. We got to experience a lot of the culture. Oh, one last thing. Okay, so before we left, the taxi driver that took us to there, we had got to know him because we had got his personal number and everything, and asked him to come pick us up because we trusted him and everything. And we were like, hey, we want to like go to like a really like authentic. Obviously, everything over there is authentic, but like a true place, like Mexican restaurant, whatever you want to call it, and see what it's like really like here compared to the U.S. So the first place he took us to before we were going to fly out on our last day, it was like this little like food truck kind of thing, but it wasn't a truck. It was like a trailer, and then it was like just had a tent that popped up above it, and like these little things you pull open and had all the food inside and everything. Kind of like a hot dog stand, but like 4 hot dog stands put together.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't service there because he was afraid that if he served Americans there, the people from Mexico wouldn't eat there that day if they saw us eating there. Like
Really?
the word would spread. He wouldn't serve us there. He told us, no, I won't serve them here. You need to take them somewhere else. And that was kind of interesting to me.
Why was he concerned about Americans being there?
Because he thought that he would like maybe a traitor. I don't know. He didn't like our taxi driver spoke pretty good English, but like he didn't really want to exacerbate. Is that the right word?
You could say that, I guess. I'd say expound upon.
Yeah, something like that. But he didn't really want to get too far into the subject. He just said, "Oh, we can't go here. We have to go somewhere else." But like they talked for like 10 minutes. And yeah, so he came back. So we ended up going to this one place that was like an actual restaurant. Like it was all open, like literally like a big garage door opening. And that's how you walked in the restaurant. They just have metal bars that pull down.
Really?
So that was the door. And it was all open. No, obviously nothing over there has AC or anything hardly.
No.
And so we get there and we sit down and we all order food and everything. And this guy, we're at a big, like long, like rectangle table, kind of like this, but a little bit wider. And there's this table over here, like a circular table with like 3 people, a guy, his wife, and another guy, 4 people, another guy and his wife. And this guy has like the bolo tie on.
Heck
like
yeah, brother.
Like a nice like long sleeve button up bolo tie, like alligator skin boots, really nice like jeans and everything. And this dude, to pay for the bill, just pulls out this fat stack. I mean, like folded in half. So, you know, the bill's folded in half. Yeah. It's like that fucking fat. You can tell, like, he's just by how he's dressed, tell he had money. And he just pulls this stack out and is just putting it out. Like, I don't know. He had like, I don't know what they're like dollar bill, like peso bills, whatever. What are they called?
No
Peso
idea.
bills? I don't know.
Pesos. I don't know.
Yeah. But their bills, like I had like 20s and like of the pesos and everything. This dude had like hundreds and like 500 like pesos. And yeah, he had some money. I don't know what he did, but he had some fucking money. It was just like,
he's having some
it was
fun in
interesting
Mexico.
to fucking see that, like getting immersed in that culture. So I don't know. I mean, that's really the interesting parts. Oh, I saw giant manta rays.
Did you go swimming with them?
No. I didn't get to go swimming with him. But this dude, our tour guide, he said, and like obviously he's lived there most of his life besides like 8 years when he was in the U.S. You are yawning so much, I'm going to fucking pull my dick out and slap you with it.
I want away from the camera. I want away from the mic. Just go.
But so when
It
was right before, no, it was on our way back after we had fished from eating the food at the little area. So when manta rays are mating, he explained this all to me. When manta rays are mating is the only time they'll jump out of the water. And they started jumping out of the water. And so obviously they're in heat or whatever it's called for them. And he said he had lived there his whole life besides 8 years. He was probably like almost 40, I would say, maybe like 37, 38. And he'd only seen that one other time in his life in all the tours he had done for people. And I have a video. I don't know if I lost it when my phone got like messed up and everything. I'll have to go back and look at the videos on my computer. But we got to see these giant manta rays jumping out of the fucking water, like 10 foot high, just toof, like 25 foot from our boat. Like, it was insane to see that. Like, you don't, like, you know, like, oh, they're 12 foot wide, like from wingtip to wingtip.
Yeah, but you don't realize how big that is.
Until you see it, I mean, they may have been bigger than that, maybe like 15 foot. But until you see it, you don't understand. It is insane. Just like seeing them, like, they'll be skimming along the water, like maybe a foot or 2 deep, like right next to our boat they were. And you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah, you kind of want to jump out and
on
surf on one of them, don't you?
It was so amazing. Just seeing them jump out of the water and, like, they barely make a splash. I mean, obviously they make one because how big they are, but, like, they're just so graceful. It was a crazy experience. So amazing. The funnest thing I've ever done in my life.
So do you want to go back to Puerto Vallarta?
Puerto Vallarta.
The Puerta
Oh, and-
Vallarta.
And you can buy steroids and lean there. Just walk in the pharmacy and just buy it.
You can buy
Steroids.
lean.
Yeah, well, cough syrup. Yeah. You can buy cough syrup. You can buy steroids. You can just, like, I bought some. Oh, here's a cool thing.
What'd you buy?
Well, I bought some cough syrup, and I bought.
Cough syrup.
Well, I didn't use it. So here I'm getting to it. So I bought some cough syrup and some like. So this stuff is like icy hot, but it's pharmaceutical grade. Like over here in America, you have to have a prescription for it.
For icy hot.
It's icy hot, but on a like another level.
Yeah, like it'll
You have to have-
burn you if you don't use it right.
Yeah, it's just like more of a like it actually gets in your skin. Like it's almost like a pain pill almost.
Okay.
So I bought that and the cough syrup over there. I fly back with it in my suitcase, not even thinking that it's in there. They asked me if I have anything with me. I'm like, no. And I think in this time I have no beard, just my stash, and I'm tan as fuck.
Yeah, so you
Because I
look
tan
like
very easily.
You look like you're coming from there.
I look like I lived there and was coming to the U.S. And they'd say, I was like, no. And so I get my bags once we get back to Denver because we drive back from Denver and everything. I get my bags and I stay the night at my ex's house that night, her parents' house. And I'm getting some clothes. I'm like, I just flew back with 2 bottles of cough syrup and 2 bottles of this
Cough
icy
syrup.
hot stuff that is prescription over here in my suitcase. And I did not even think about it. And yeah, it was I don't know if I could have got in trouble for that or not. If I'd been like, oh, I didn't know I couldn't bring that back. I purchased it legally. I don't know what they would have done. But yeah. Interesting, huh?
You could have been arrested.
I
You
could have been arrested. I had no
could have
idea.
been detained. You could
Yeah.
have died.
Yeah. Crazy.
Nice. We heard about what happens when you get pulled over in Mexico, so.
Oh yeah, we did. Very true. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that's about all the interesting
Stop playing
stories of
fizz
my.
with me.
Sorry, it's just you're irresistible, Levi.
It's about all the interesting stories.
So, you chug the rest of that, and I finish this.
It's a lot to chug.
Would you rather chug this and I chug that?
Is this the end of the episode?
This is the end of the episode. Wait, do you want to do one? No, let's just end it.
No, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, let's just
I'm
end it.
dying right now. Oh,
Okay. Cheers.
Nice.
Chug.
I don't want to chug anymore.
Yeah, one more.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the end of Drunk Words and Sober Thoughts Vacation Quarantine.
Why night?
Why night? Peace.
Deuce.